It's one of those rare times when I actually have a fresh haircut and I'm not any happier. Listen, hello there. Today I want to try something a little bit different. I feel like I do a lot of different things on this channel and I do a lot of different things on my blog and different media. And I feel like I should maybe mush it together a little bit because the thing that got me into all of this was reviewing stuff. And I feel like I don't do reviews on this channel as much. Or, I mean, I do review skincare and I give you a review on some makeup, but it's usually in like bulks. But I would like to try to do an actual foundation review. And I have the clips, I have everything. Today I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to show you how it applies and how it looks, you know, in comparison with my bare face, how other products apply on top of it. And I also have clips from an actual wear test. So we're going to see how this foundation wears as well. Because this is the kind of process I usually do when I do like a blog post about a foundation. And I did many of those. And they're actually pretty fun to make. So I thought, let's just see how much work it is to put together a video review for a foundation. So this is what we're going to do today. But besides just showing you the foundation, I also want to tell you everything about it. Because usually when I make these posts, I do quite a lot of research on the product as well to really see what it's supposed to do, what it's supposed to behave like, and stuff like that. I wanted to do this like very authentically, so both in the wear test and now I'm just going to be using products that I usually use that I have a very good experience with. For my primer, I'm going to be using these two. This is my favorite pore filler at the moment, the L'Oreal Prime Lab Pore Minimizer. It's a really good one. And Honeydew Me Up from NYX, which is like one of my all-time favorite primers. That also seems to be working with every foundation I use. I didn't even tell you what we're going to review, but I mean, you can read, so it's fine. But today, we're going to take a look at the new Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint. I'm still obsessed with lightweight foundation and skin tints. When I saw that Maybelline came out with one, I was a little bit hesitant because I feel like these types of products sometimes go very well and sometimes they just crash and burn. But the Super Stay label is what really got me going because everything I tried from the Super Stay range, from like the newer launches, was actually amazing. Like the new Super Stay foundation, the powder foundation, the concealer. I love these so much. So I really had high hopes with this, even though there is vitamin C in this skin tint. And my skin doesn't really love vitamin C. So we'll see about that. But overall, yeah, another Super Stay product. It is supposed to be brightening and like very long wearing and heavy duty. It does say that it should last you for 24 hours. That's kind of a thing for these products, but I probably wouldn't try it. Now, it's supposed to give you a bright skin-like finish, so we will see about that as I apply it. It's usually good to shake these. I'm not sure if it directly says on the instructions, but I always do. We have a dropper, as usual. I'm going to take about this much. You can see that it's pretty runny. Again, as expected, the skin tints usually are. I really like applying more runny foundations with my Real Techniques buffing brush. It's just a very simple brush that just kind of works it really well into my skin and it's very easy. So I'm going to apply it on one side of my face first. So first thing I would like to say is that this feels like nothing. I really like how lightweight it is, and it is actually supposed to be. So we should be looking at a bright skin-like finish. I definitely feel like it is slightly brightening. It's nothing too crazy, and I'm not sure if there's glitter in the formula, but it does seem like a little bit reflective. See that? There could be some reflective particles in this. I'm not entirely sure, but it definitely doesn't look like glitter on the skin. But brightening skin-like finish seems very fitting because it does almost look like my skin. You can see that the tone is slightly different, of course, because this has, you know, more pigment, it's more even. But I feel like it's a very good color match. And it doesn't really look like I have a lot on this side of my face. Besides, you know, the lack of discoloration. There you have it on the whole face. Nice and close up, you can see how hairy my face actually is. I feel like on my nose it always sits the weirdest. but it's fine. I think it's fine. So I think you can definitely see kind of the bright finish, and my skin looks very evened out, but not too covered up. You can still see a little bit of discoloration, all the different marks on, or the shadows on my face. The shadows on the face are going to be intense. The sun already went down. It's supposed to be weightless, which I would actually vouch for. This is super lightweight. And besides that, it should be resistant to sweat and humidity, and also fading, which is something very rare. I don't think I've ever heard that on a foundation. But from my experience, this is a very well-wearing foundation. Like, this looks almost the same the whole day. Of course, it gets a bit sweaty, you know, it gets a bit like, it's not it, but at the same time, it looks very good. It doesn't look like you've been wearing it for as long as you've been wearing it usually. So I think the finish of it is actually really nice. And the vitamin C doesn't like irritate or itch my skin, which is great. That usually happens with like very high probability that if something has vitamin C, my skin is not gonna like it. But in this case, it actually looks pretty fine. It should be suitable for all skin types, which, I mean, could be. I don't really see why it wouldn't be. And from what I saw, it comes in 18 shades. I have the shade 3, which I'm not sure if the numbers are the same, like internationally, because I feel like sometimes we get like totally different shades in Europe, and it's a bit annoying. But I'm actually pretty happy with the shade match, I think. I was also looking at the shade 2, which was a little bit more pink toned. I wanted to take that one. By mistake, I grabbed this one, and actually I think it's fine, so it's okay. Now, the packaging, as you probably saw as I was using it, you have a glass bottle, you have a dripper. It's nothing special. 30 milliliters of product, everything very standard. I feel like the dropper is kind of like a must for a skin tint at this point. Everyone uses it. I don't really like it, but everyone uses it anyway. I would describe the coverage as like light to medium. I'm actually pretty happy with it. This is exactly the type of coverage that I require for my foundations. Now I'm going to cut to the wear test clips when you can actually see how the skin looked. When I did my makeup, it was on for about not even an hour. Then what it looked like after a couple hours, and then what it looked like at the end of the day, actually during the night, because you can see I only had the ring light on. So I'll go finish my face, you check out these clips, and we'll see each other after that. Am I a vlogger now? I feel like I'm a vlogger now. Excuse any mess behind me or anywhere. I just cannot have my backdrop here because obviously I cannot have a backdrop through my whole room. I wanted to show you this makeup in natural light as well. So let's just... It looks very smooth. I like that a lot. Alright, so this is what it all looks like with a full face on. I did just a little bit of a smoky, grungy, whatever. But hopefully you can see that with the comparison to the wear test clips, it is still looking very, very smooth, and it feels very lightweight. Of course, I did powder my face, I did apply a whole bunch of different cream products, but I feel like it looks really natural, you know? It doesn't really look like you have a full-on foundation on. For a skin tint, this looks very nice. This looks very, I could go and wear a beautiful full face of makeup with this kind of skin, and I really like it. So I hope you saw at the wear test that the skin tint actually did very well, and I would like to just summarize my thoughts, you know? So I feel like the Super Stay staple is the thing that kind of got me into buying this, and actually rightfully, because from my experience, and I've been wearing this a lot, this is a very good long-lasting skin tint, and I'm not sure how it's going to do in full-on summer, really hot weather, because I haven't been wearing makeup all that much recently, but I feel like that for below 30 degrees, it's going to be perfectly fine. I was also very skeptical because of the vitamin C and the formula. Again, I'm glad to report that that does nothing to my skin and my skin isn't irritated. This just gives me a beautiful glow, very smooth skin, and a very reliable wear time, which I think is just awesome. So if you were looking for like a good reliable skin tint, because sometimes they look very nice and they're very lightweight, but they just don't last. And I feel like this one has all the good properties, plus it lasts super well. So for me, this is definitely like a go-to summer foundation at this point. And if you want something more lightweight, more glowy, you know, more just lightweight and summery, I think this is a good get. Like definitely from this year's foundations, I feel like this one is one of my favorites for sure. And also for the price, I think in the drugstore, this is probably like the best you can go in terms of illuminating foundations and in terms of lightweight skin tints. So yeah, that's my verdict. I started off this series with a positive one, and I gotta say, yeah, I've been wearing this a lot and I've been liking it a lot. So, you know, tell me if you want me to review any foundations, any concealers, anything else in like a specific dedicated video, you know, just let me know, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you on the next one. So thank you very much for watching this video. Consider subscribing to my channel, and if you want to see more videos where I talk about makeup or whatever, you can check out some of the playlists. See ya!